Hey, welcome to Savage Sounds week 47. Woo, we are getting through them. Okay, this week I have a sick beatboxer for you. She's from Boston. She's called HerShe, and she is big in the beatbox game, repping the females, repping the gay ladies, repping the energy. She's a sick DJ, an amazing musician, a really great person, just like brings all the vibes. She is a vibe bringer. So I'm really happy that she decided to do a Savage Sounds for me. So let's find out, what sound have you got for us today, HerShe?
Hello, Grace and Grace Savage Sounds. It's your bitch HerShe. Let's start with the stutter. The stutter is actually really hard to explain because I've always kind of done it and never understood whether it was my diaphragm moving or if it was my throat. I figured out over the years that it was actually my throat. It's almost like a muscle twitch. It's almost like a contraction, almost like. Maybe not contraction, but it's almost like it's like a muscle twitch. So let's get down to the scientific facts of the stutter. So the way I would explain it is your diaphragm is being used with it. So basically what I'm doing is I'm pushing my diaphragm out and it's out like this, and when I'm going, I'm slowly pushing it in. So your diaphragm's really helping with the air. It's less your lungs and it's more your diaphragm. So it's not like it's not your lungs. It's your throat and your diaphragm working together. So you want to kind of open up your diaphragm a little bit, right? And kind of practice. Feel your diaphragm go back down.
Okay, I'm gonna have to loosen my trousers for this one. Hey, it's lockdown. I'm wearing dungarees. They're quite tight. So I'm just gonna let that hang out so I can really get my diaphragm going. Okay, pushing my diaphragm out. So when you breathe in, your belly should go out. Taught that a lot in singing. You breathe in, belly goes out. When you sing, your belly goes in like that. Anyway, that is a whole nother tutorial on breathing technique. But lots of people think when they breathe in, they suck their belly in and their shoulders go up. It's the complete opposite. It should be completely relaxed. As when we're babies, you see babies breathe in, their belly goes up, then it goes down. The more stressful life becomes, the more shallow our breathing is. So when I first started learning to sing, I had to spend ages, weeks, just retraining myself how to breathe. So that's one important thing to note. When HerShe says, breathe in and push your diaphragm out, really focus on breathing in and your belly filling up like a balloon, okay? And then when you go, you should feel your belly moving inwards. I'm not going to show you that. I'm sure you can imagine.
Now, the part that makes it all happen is your throat, right? The diaphragm is just like the helping hand. So the mechanics in your throat, what you're actually doing is it's almost like a muscle spasm in a sense. So if you were to like breathe out, just like that, right? Using that diaphragm, you want to almost close it, but not close it. So instead of going like, and restricting that air, you kind of want to be somewhere in the middle where it's just slipping past through. So you're contracting those muscles, but you're not fully enclosing them. So that's fully closed, and then if you kind of meet somewhere in the middle of that, all right, and there's that close.
Oh, it begins and then I can hear that it becomes further apart. Interesting.
That's you manually, but we don't want to do that. We want to do a one full breath kind of autopilot, right? So that's where like that muscle spasm kind of comes in. You got to find that sweet spot. So it's like,
ooh, that sounded good. That sounded nice.
It's almost like it's in the, if you make that like almost like a cough snare, for me, just for the breath sound, it's those same muscles, that's how it's working. So, right, that's manual. And then you have one breath out, contract those muscles.
Oh God.
Honestly, that is the best I can explain that. It's really just a throat muscle spasm, almost like you're about to, but you're not fully closing it. There's a lot you could do with stutters. You can even like inward stutter, lip roll, or if I want to do a laser, you know, all these fun things. You can even sound like a dolphin if you want to. So sometimes I feel like when people do stuttering, like, you know, it's too much, too in your face, and it's not really nice to the ears.
What do you mean it doesn't sound nice?
So I figured like using certain things to mask it, like if I'm talking like now and I go like this, it doesn't really sound that good versus a whisper. Yeah, maybe this sounds better. You know, you can use a filter to kind of like make it sound a little bit cleaner. Rather than, you know, using your mouth as a filter definitely kind of helps.
Amazing. I don't think I've quite got it, but it's sick. I love it. It's something I'm going to work on. Maybe if you keep working that diaphragm, I'll get a 6-pack by the end of it. That's how it works, right? You don't have to do sit-ups. You can just diaphragm it out. Diaphragm. Thank you, HerShe. She was wearing a Bass Ventura hat there. If you want to go check out his merch, then do that. Go check out her socials. I'm going to post all of her handles in the comments. And I will see you next week for Savage Sounds week 48.